evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of MFers Live. There it is. There's the clock right there. Try to get the glare. See a little bit better. All right. Yes, it is 8:03 in the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Sorry about all this late start. We've been still messing around with our software. We've been trying to run tests, so we will get them going eventually, ladies and gentlemen. So please bear with us. Like I said, this is our second year, and it's time to make a little bit of a change in just the stereotypical live scene. So hello, Big Sexy's with us. How you doing, brother? Hello, Kim. Hello, Ashley. Jazz. Hello, everybody. Yes. Welcome to this edition of MFers Live. Yes, it is Tuesday, May 8th, 2018. Yes, it is our Tea Time Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we reach out and we're going to be drinking our spotted tea. I actually have Master Chef brewing me up a cup of tea right now, and we're going to bring you guys some really cool, interesting facts. Hello, Kim. Hi, everyone. Have a good night. Well, you have yourself a great night, too. Hello, buddy. Hello. I'm doing pretty good. Yes, I've been hitting the grindstone, as you could say. Like I said, we did post up. It is posted, it is pinned to the very top of the MFers Live Facebook page about the selling of the tickets, so we can actually help go create the Little MFer Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And you know what? The Little MFer Foundation is just the name, because I actually found it as I've been doing more and more research, because I wanted to create a charity that the little MFers could always turn to. Now, I have a vision for this Little MFer charity, but right now it's going to be stuck to the Little MFer Foundation because it's all about the Little MFers. Like I said, my end goal for the Little MFer Foundation is that any little MFer can call in, show up, and that we will find a way to help them out in any way that we possibly can by using all of our community resources from all over our local community and surrounding areas, by reaching out even further if we have to. Like I said, it is it's a vision right now, kind of. It is, but it's all about the little MFers. So, yes, make sure you guys stay tuned. Like I said, look, we've been swamped working on so much stuff for little MFers. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't been registered yet as our nonprofit organization, but we will be making that happen soon enough. All right, so we're going to get, and of course, we have Nacho sitting, chilling with us in studio, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hey, Nick Boss, what's up? All right, so we're going to do some quick shout-outs here. Then we're going to read our positive history for today. Look at this. So our first shout-out goes out to Sue Lee. Yeah, Sue Lee, there you go. All right, who else we got here? We got Beth Thompson. All right, see whose names we can pull up today. Christopher Brockel. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, next month, we might even have to go to a bigger bucket, because this bucket was really cramped, tight on the first. So I don't know.
You should
we'll have to
read
see
the last one first.
What last one first? Oh, the last fact first. Are you serious? All right. So I have a special request by Master Chef, because Master Chef is our fact finder for every Tuesday and Thursday on our tea time. So he's the one that gathers all our facts together, and I got a special request by him to read the last fact he sent me first. So that might be happening. Yeah, so stay tuned. All right, so we have Ryan Clark. There you go, Ryan. All right, who else we got here? Oh, we got Susan Tremblay. All right, who else we got here? We got April McAllister. Okay, so we're going to just keep pulling here. Oh, here's one of our little round for speed of that. Keegan McGill. There you go, buddy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so please make sure that, you know what? I just checked. I think we are 17 followers away from hitting our 500 goal from last year. So, you know what? Being in the first month, in our second year, we may not have reached one of our goals, the 500 followers, but I think we're going to actually be hitting that within the month. So to me, that is really amazing. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I did set a goal of 500, and we were so close. We were 31 away by the first of the month. And you know what? That was great. It was. And it really impacted me here, because we have that many followers, and we're not just in Canada. We can actually officially say we are worldwide. because we have followers. We have MFers who tune in from Australia, the Philippines, Algeria, England. And it's great. It is. But like I said, I try to make people smile. That's what it is. Like I said, MFers Live kind of became its thing of its own. And we're just going to keep growing with it and see how far it takes us. Hello, Becky Pfeiffer. How are you? All right, so we have Melanie Harrison. All right, well, okay. I got a few here. All right, who do I got here? All right, so I have another one that one's stuck. Look, they're stuck together. Oh, no. All right, so we have Sulizan. And then we have, Daniel Swallow, troublemaker. Oh, look, see, never fails. Okay, so I got a blank one in here, ladies and gentlemen. So this will go out to each and every last single MFer out there, all right? Even if you didn't get your name or anything in there, there you go. Shout out to all my MFers, all right? How's that? All right, so then we have Cheryl Clement. All right, so we're going over here. Okay, we're going to have one lucky one for, all right, and then we have, Mary Hall. There you go, Mary. All right, so we're going to leave that one with Nacho because we tend to leave one with Nacho. So this way, as people come in, you can actually see if your name was called and if Nacho's holding it. Hello, Lydia. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so we're going to get over and we're going to read our good news and history for today for Tuesday, May 8th, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you guys ready for this? All right. So on this day, we celebrate the birth 265 years ago of Phyllis Whitley, known as the first African-American woman ever to be published. Born in West Africa and sold into slavery as a young girl, she was purchased by the Wheatley family of Boston, who encouraged her literacy talent. Oh, sorry, keep knocking this over, anybody. Look, the infamous Mike Merber. How you doing, Mike? Long time no see, buddy. Hello, Jen. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, well, no, you're going to have to hold this. You got to work with me, Nacho. You got to hold it, okay? I'll try not to nudge you, okay? So I'll try to hold you there, okay? Hello, Jen. Hello, Mike. All right. Yes, so they actually, who encouraged her literal talented after teaching her to read and write. Yeah. She was reading Greek and Latin by the age of 12. The 1,773 publication of her poems on various subjects, religious and moral, earned her both fame in England and the American colonies, and her very own freedom. Founding fathers like George Washington and Thomas Paine praised her writing, yet she died in poverty at the age of 31. Yes. Well, I'm glad you're still kicking, buddy. Right on. All right, so these are some of her quotes. All right, so she was actually born back in 1753. Wow. So this is one of her quotes. So, in every human breast, God has implanted a principle, which we call love of freedom. It is impatient of operation and pants for deliverance. And it's my breath, isn't it? I'm just breathing so heavy on you, buddy. I'm really sorry. Okay, we're going to try this again. I'm going to try not to on you, okay? All right. So bear with me. All right. Hello, Sully. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Jello Jen. Yes, you got me before I had a chance to, dear. Okay, so where are we? All right. So I'll try not to breathe on you too. Okay. So through thickest gloom, look back, immortal shade on the confusion which thy death has made. Remember, Christians, Negroes, black as Cain, may be refined and join thy angelic train. Oh, wow. So here's one more quote from her. All right. Let's see here. So I, young in life, by seeming cruel fate, was snatched from Africa's fancied happy seat. What pangs excruciating must molest, what sorrows labor in my parents' breast. Oh, wow. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys get the chance, always go check it out. That's right on. All right, so we have some more good news in our history today. You guys ready? All right, so the film studio Paramount Pictures, which is known for The Godfather, Titanic, Indiana Jones, and Shrek, was founded on this day back in 1912. Yes, and they're still running. That's great. So happy 92nd birthday to Sir David Attenborough, the legendary neutralist, broadcaster, and documentary host, producer who created the influential documentaries Life on Earth and The Life of Birds, among many others. And he was born back in 1962. So happy 92nd birthday, right on. So Jubilant World celebrated VE Day. Yes, so victory in Europe. Yes, so victory in Europe Day, all right? Proclaimed when the Allies in World War II finally defeated Nazi Germany. Recognized as a day of liberation from their extremist government for Germans. That's back on this day, back in 1945. Good evening, Mary Jane. How are you, dear? It's always great to see all my MFers popping in here. So Mohandas Gandhi began a 21-day fast in protest of British operation in India back in 1933. Wow. The Beatles album, Let It Be, was released in 1970. Wow. So the first ascent of Mount Forest without supplemental oxygen was achieved by Reinhold Messner and Peter Habler in 1978. That was still two years before I was born. Yeah. Mary Jane is super stressed. Mary Jane. Well, thank you for tuning in. Let's see if we can try to ease your stress away. Like I said, it's our positive news day. Now,
her car's messed up.
Her car's messed up. Master Chef, how's that tea coming, bud?
Wait for the kettle.
I'll still wait for the kettle. All right. So we will definitely be drinking our tea tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So Mary Jane, your car. Oh, what is wrong with your car, dear? Please let us know and see if any of our MFers can reach in and actually help you out. All right, I'm going to continue reading the positive history because, like I said, it's our positive. It's positive day every day, of course. It is our Tea Time Tuesday, so we got a bunch of facts. So maybe we can help Mary Jane tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. One of our MFers is feeling stressed. Let's see if we can wipe that stress away and get a smile on her face before the end of the night. All right. So on this day, 160 years ago, so long before I was even thought of. All right, merci bouquets. Merci bouquets. All right. So we got random teas today. All right. So what do we have here? We have good tea. That's great. It's called good tea. It's broken. My caliber. Oh, really?
Caliber?
Yes, it's broken. My caliber is, I'm assuming, shot.
Yes, or seized.
Or seized, yes. I don't know. You know what? And of course, we're usually, like always, we are filmed in front of a live studio audience, but half of our studio audience isn't here right now. And usually he's the mechanic. So, if he does pop in during our stream, we will definitely let him know to see if he can actually give any recommendations. If any MFers out there has any auto experience, please, let's see if we can help Mary Jane out here. My car is sitting on the side of the road trying to get fixed, but nothing is working. Oh, wow. Well, Mary Jane, if you are still on the side of the road, when I am done my stream, I will come out and personally pick you up and make sure you get home safe and sound. All right, I promised you. Just be patient. Think positive thoughts. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, cars they're not built like in the old days to last forever. But like I said, just stay patient. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. You never know. You might need a new part. Hopefully they will get it working. But like I said, if you are still at the side of the road with your car, when I am done, I will personally come pick you up and make sure you get home safe. Pretty good. Oh, look, see? And Ashley said if she wasn't at work, this day can't get worse. This day can only get better, Mary Jane. This day can only get better, yes. Trust me, it's the way. Up and up. I'm smiling. Because that's usually what I do. This is the way Friday turned out for me. And I was saying it, I'm like, and people thought I was really weird because they're just looking at me. I'm like, yeah, whatever could go wrong went wrong for me on Friday for my event. And I still had a smile. I did. I knew that no matter what went wrong, I was having some very talented artists take stage. I got to put a couple artists on there that have never been on that stage before. And we even I actually got a compliment from our DJ. Hello, Sarah. Don't forget to get your comment in there, Sarah. But yes, I actually had an email from our DJ, yes, RC420, complimenting me on, handling the situation well. One of our upcoming and talented artists, Synosis. Whatever was going wrong could happen for that poor boy. But we stuck it through. We figured out what we could do for him, and we were finally able to put him up on stage. And that's where I give my props to Dice. He was one of the artists. He actually performed just before. Well, Synosis went to try to perform, but the system crashed. Okay, got to go. Okay, we're back. All right, Mary Jane, we'll still be here. Hi, Verna. It's great to see you, dear. And yes, we tried to get him on. And then when we were finally able to get him on, we actually had him go on after it was one of our latest artists that was actually able to take stage for us. Dice, yeah, he's a local boy from here in Guelph. He came right after work, got up on stage. He stayed for the rest of the night. And he did. He gave such props. Signusis was just ending his set. And Dice was up on that stage, and he's put his arm around him, giving props, getting the crowd all excited and happy, and it was great to see that we were able to pull it off for Signosis. And like I said, it was a pretty cool compliment from the DJ, saying giving me mad respect for keeping it cool and making sure that we were able to pull it off for Signosis and all the other artists that actually showed up and took place. It was great, and I definitely give props to Troublemaker. Yes, because ladies and gentlemen, Troublemaker came all the way from Mississauga, and he was the first one there. Yeah, he was. He was there. See, I was just getting there. Actually, I just got there, and he was already there. And yeah, he even went down and grabbed some Figo and still came back in time. It was great. Like I said, I can't wait for year 2. Yes, our second birthday bash. See how that turns out. All right, yes. So I got to get back to reading some more the good news for you, so we guys can actually get to our facts. All right. So on this day, 106 years ago, Robert Johnson, the Delta Blues singer, songwriter, and master guitarist, was born. Though he played mostly on street corners in juke joints and had little commercial success in his lifetime, the dirt poor bluesman became a major influence for Muddy Waters, Elmore James, Eric Clapton, who covered Crossroads, and the Rolling Stones, who covered Love in Vain. Johnson took the intense terrors and torturous lifestyle that came with being an African American in the South during the Great Depression and transformed the experience into music of universal relevance. Johnson's poorly documented life and death at the age of 27 have given rise to much legend, including the myth that he sold his soul to the devil at the local crossroads of Mississippi's highways to achieve success. Yeah, you guys, is it cluing in that? Some of the stories you guys heard? Selling his soul at the crossroads for the gift of the guitar, yes. So the landmark recordings of his 29 songs in 1936 and 37 display a combination of singing, guitar skills, and songwriting talent that was groundbreaking and so good that it was reissued in 1961 on the LP King of the Delta Blues Singers, which helped give the music a global reach. Johnson is now recognized as a master of the genre, with Eric Clapton calling him the most important blues singer that ever lived. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a link that you guys can actually see that you can actually listen to his most famous recording. And yes, he was born back in 1911. All right, so we're going to share this off. All right, I know. I breathed on you. I'm sorry, Nacho. I know I breathed on you, buddy. I'm sorry about that. Hello, Christopher. How are you doing, buddy? All right, so we're going to share this off as soon as we can, because this way we can get to our facts. Because Mr. Chef wants me to read the last fact first. Because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I always usually read them in the order he sends them to me. So I guess I got to go backwards. So, all right, so we've shared that off to the MFers Live Facebook page, and now we're going to tweet it off as, okay, tweet. All right. All right, there we go. And it is tweeted off, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to close this out. All right, where are we here? All right, so we're going to open it up here. We're going to open up our mail. Gmail for the G code. All right. Where is it? Which one? I think I might have sent him to the wrong one. I think I did. I think I did, buddy. Which email address is this? My bad. All right, see if we can find them. Because I know that Master Chef sent them to me. Now I just got to find them. Yes, I think I might have sent to the wrong one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's see here. All right, we might have to open up. All right. Nope. I didn't want snooze. All right, let's see if we can go this one. Oh, that's why I'm in the wrong one. Oh, there it is. All right. There we go. So that's the one we wanted. All right, so primary. Okay. Now I seem not to be able to find them. And I know I did send them off to, see, important. Nope. Uh-oh. Might have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right, why are they not in yet? All right, so we're going to see if we can find them. Oh, my bad. Now, I know that I did send them. Why are they not there? Whoa. All right, so let's open this back up because I know they're here. Oh, okay. And mfersmedia live at Gmail. That's where I sent everything. All right. Sent. Are they under spam? Yes, of course. They're all under spam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can direct these. That's what it was. So it did go. It went to the spam, of course. All right. There we go. We'll put it back into the primary. There we go. All right. So you want the last one first, eh, Master Chef? All right. So we're going to start with the last fact first. All right. Okay, now at least we know why Master Chef decided to get the original effort to say the last facts first. This is great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first facts for the night for our Tea Time Tuesday is by special request by the one and the only Master Chef. Were facts on turkeys. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on turkeys. Now, these aren't facts by me. These are all facts that were dug up and found by Master Chef himself. So I hope you guys are ready for this. I'm getting a chuckle because I work with turkeys for a living. Of course. All right. Take a little bit of sippy tea here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, fact number one. All right. So turkeys are more likely than big chickens. Yes, they are. They are. They're huge chickens. They look like huge chickens. All right, we're going to move this around a little bit. So this way I'm not tilting off to the side, and I can actually, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this way I can actually, look forward and talk to you guys. All right, you guys ready for this? All right, yeah, you guys can actually see a little bit. All right, so turkeys are more than just big chickens, yeah. More than 45 million years of evolution separates the two species. Hello, Pizza. How you doing, buddy? So, yes, the wild turkey was actually hunted to nearly extinction by the early 1900s when population reached a low of around 30,000 birds. But restoration programs across North America have actually brought the numbers up to 7 million today. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm a big part of that. Yeah, I am. For the company I work for a small company called Hybrid Turkeys. We're actually a division of Hendricks Genetics. Now, Hybrid Turkeys was started a very long time ago. And with the breeding process that's done to this day, we actually help turkeys all over the world. It's pretty amazing. Great. Great. How about you, a wild turkey? Yes, I don't personally work with wild turkeys. I don't. But I do work with the turkeys. I do. These are actually farm-raised turkeys. But yes, but I do highly recommend to you, ladies and gentlemen, the years, I put in almost 7 years for the company, 7 year-old turkeys for about 7 years now. And I still tell everyone, I won't even go toe-to-toe with a wild turkey because they are vicious. Oh, yeah. And they're
Gordo
pretty.
did it.
Oh, yeah, of course, Gordo did it. Gordo was a madman. And we'll go toe-to-toe with the wild turkey, yeah. And he's actually still got the scars on his arms from that fight. All right. So, yes, there are actually 6 subspecies of wild turkey, all native to North America. The Pilgrims hunted and ate the eastern wild turkey. Yes. So, M. Galapagos, which today has a range that covers the eastern half of the United States and it extends it into Canada. These birds, sometimes called the forest turkey, are the most numerous of all the turkey subspecies, numbering more than 5 million. Yeah. So the Aztec domesticated another subspecies, M. Galapavo, the South Mexican wild turkey. The Spanish brought those turkeys to Europe. The Pilgrims then brought several of these domestic turkeys back. Oh, excuse me. So yes, the Pilgrims then brought several of these domestic turkeys back to North America. Hello, Jessica. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Male turkeys are called gobblers, ladies and gentlemen, these are by the facts that we were fighting on here. I'll actually tell you what we call them. We have totally different names. So yes, according to these facts, male turkeys are called gobblers after the gobble call that they make to announce themselves to females, which are actually called hens, and compete with other males. So other turkey sounds include purrs, yelps, and kikis. Yes, those are pretty right. But in the company I work for, we don't call them gobblers. No, the female turkeys are called hens, but the male turkeys are called toms. That's what we call them, toms. So an adult
That could just be your company slang.
Yeah, it could be just the company slang that I work with, right? So that's why I'm going by the facts that were dug up. So an adult gobbler weighs about 16 to 22 pounds on average, has a beard of modified feathers on his breast that reaches 7 inches or more long, and has sharp spurs on his legs for fighting. So a hen is a lot smaller, weighing in about around 8 to 12 pounds, and actually has no beard or spurs. And both genders actually have a snood, yes, a dangly appendage on the face, a wattle, the red dangly bit under the chin, and only a few feathers on the top of the head. It's pretty close to them, yeah. But yes, I've seen all different types of different styles of turkeys. The ones that have like the little breast here. It's almost like it's like a horse. It's like a broom, like the sharpness of a broom. And yes, they have like little hooks on the back of their legs. Yeah, they can get pretty sharp. So studies have actually shown that snood length is associated with male turkey health. In addition, a 1997 study in the Journal of Avian Biology found that female turkeys prefer males with long snoods. And that snood length can also be used to predict the winner of a competition between 2 males. Yeah. Hello, Freedom! Not bad. Spike, he's doing pretty good. Just chilling in the tank. I know we got to get some more photos of him so you guys can see how he's up and growing. All right, so we got some more facts here. So a turkey's gender can be determined by its droppings. Males produce spiral-shaped poop, and females' poop is shaped like the letter J. Yes, today's poop is brought to you by the letter J. I know, I had to pop that in there. All right, so turkeys can actually run at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour and fly as fast as 55 miles per hour. Oh, yeah. A group of related male turkeys will band together to court females. Though only one member of the group actually gets to mate. So when a hen is ready to make little turkeys, she'll lay about 10 to 12 eggs, one egg per day over a period of about 2 weeks. The eggs will incubate for about 28 days before they hatch. The way we do it is a lot different, but this is the way they do it in the wild. Yes. So baby turkeys are called.
Yeah, I tried to pick the more natural instead of.
Well, yeah. Which is the best way to do it because it's them in their natural environment, right? So baby turkeys called poults, they eat berries, seeds, and insects, while adults have a more varied diet that can actually include acorns and even small reptiles. I think we better make sure that we keep spiking the tank. All right, so there is one other species of turkey, the oculated turkey, so the Melagris octiliata, which can be found on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Yes, so Benjamin Franklin never proposed the turkey as a symbol for America, but he did once praise it as being a much more respectable bird than the bald eagle. And that was Benjamin Franklin, okay? That wasn't me, all right? Okay, because I know that the states are all about the bald eagle. All right, so. Puff. All right, okay, what do we got here? We have. Oh, excuse me. We're just going to go. No, we'll go back to the beginning here. All right, so this is the Ford Motor Company. Ooh. All right, so we're going to take a sip of our tea here as it's loading. Actually, that's not bad. I don't even know what's that tea. It's just called good tea. That's just great for the show.
John Ford.
All right. So according to popular legend, after falling from his horse and hurting himself while working on his father's farm, a young American came up with an idea to create a vehicle that would be safer and would not depend on animal power. This unfortunate rider was Henry Ford. So Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, in the town of Springfield, Michigan. And no, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about the Simpsons, Springfield, because they have still never let us know which Springfield they're from. Well, maybe. You never know. All right, so he was the oldest of 6 children of William and Mary Ford, who owned a successful farm. Henry spent his childhood on the farm helping his parents. At the age of 12, the future industrialist had a little workshop where he spent all his leisure time. A few years later, he created his very first steam engine. So in 1899, Henry Ford founded his first enterprise, the Detroit Automobile Company. Unfortunately, this venture was not a successful one, and the company was dissolved a year later. However, during that period, Henry Ford was able to build a few racing cars. Ford himself participated in races. In October 1901, he competed in a race with Alexander Winton, the champion of America, and actually beat him. These events were forerunners of the birth of the future famous automotive brand with the iconic title Ford. Yes. So the Ford Company was created in 1903. It was founded by 12 people led by Henry Ford himself, who held 25.5% stake in the company and served as a vice president and a chief engineer of the company. The main facility of the new company was established in a former van factory on Mack Avenue in Detroit. So the first vehicle built by Ford was a gasoline buggy powered by an 8-horsepower engine named simply the Model A. This vehicle was described as the most perfect machine on the market, which even a 17-year-old boy is able to drive. Sorry, even a 15-year-old boy is able to drive. Hello, Mary. Hey, look. Nacho, guess who just popped in? Look. I got to steal, buddy. Okay, we'll get you another name. Don't worry. Look, Mary. There you go. Check that out, Mary. Nacho's been holding your name. Check that out. You're the lucky one that. Look. Right on, Nacho. Yay. Okay, you're gonna get a little eye Google. All right. Yes, he was holding your name. You were the last pick of the shoutouts. And yes, we had Nacho holding on to your name. It was just by chance. Hello, Timmy. How are you doing, buddy? Yes. So throughout the next 5 years, the company used letters of Latin alphabet from A to S to distinguish its models. So some of these models were experimental and never intended to be released in the market. Yes.
They were amazing.
Yes. So Clyde Harold Wills, a lead designer and a director of the newly created Ford Motor Company, designed an official logo made of a short version of the Henry Ford signature inside an oval. In future, this emblem would become one of the most recognizable logos in the automobile world.
Today.
Most recognized logos in the automobile world today. So in 1908 was marked by a landmark event for the whole world automobile industry. It was a year when Henry Ford produced the Model T, a reliable and inexpensive car that became one of the most popular and mass-produced vehicles of its time. With base price of $260, this model broke all existing records in the automotive industry with 10,660 vehicles sold during the first year of production. The Model T, nicknamed the Tin Lizzie by the Americans, became the most famous car in the history of automotive industry. That's great. I'm glad to see you in here, Timmy. It's always great to see my MFers popping in here. So in order to meet a massive demand for the Model T, Henry Ford established an assembly line production instead of individual handcrafting. Thanks to this technical improvement, a new Model T was produced every 10 seconds. And in 1913, the Ford Motor Company achieved a tremendous achievement in efficiency, which had major effect on the world automobile industry. So in 1919, Henry Ford and his son Edsel bought off all of the shares of the Ford Motor Company and took the company under their full control. The same year, Henry Ford passed the presidency in the Ford Motor Company to his son. So after the premature death of Edsel, Henry Ford resumed the presidency of the company.
And I should have added in that last one that, like, they were the first ones to create the assembly line.
Oh, they were? Okay. Well, I kind of figured that much with instead of creating them half, handcraft each one, that they decided to make an assembly line. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ford Motor Company was the very first ones
to create
the working maneuverable assembly line, which they use today. So yes, in 1922, more than half of the automobiles made in the United States were produced by the Ford Company. The same year, Ford bought the Lincoln Motor Company. Yes, the astonishing success of the Ford Motor Company on the home market enabled a rapid expansion to foreign markets. The first over-the-seas Ford assembly factory was established in the United Kingdom, followed by divisions opened in Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Germany, Austria, Mexico, Japan, China, and Russia. The brand became well known all over the world. That's pretty cool. So in 1932, Henry Ford invented the en bloc. Is that how you pronounce it? The en bloc? Or one piece, which was a V8 engine, which was a great technological triumph. Ford Motor Company became the first automaker to offer affordable cars powered by a V8 engine. This technology was conceived as years ahead of its time, and it literally took years for other automakers to actually catch up to Ford. So in 1942, the company was forced to take on the production of military equipment. Yeah, of course, getting forced into war, right? All right, the president of Ford Motor Company, Edsel Ford, started a giant military program in order to support the American war effort. So during the wartime, the company produced 86,000 B-24 Liberator heavy bombers, 57,000 aircraft engines, and more than 250,000 tank destroyers. Quarter of a million tanks. Tank destroyers, self-propelled artillery vehicles, and other equipment. Edsel Ford prematurely died in 1943 when his military program was at a peak of its efficiency. Ford Motor Company was one of the key contributors to Allied victory in World War II. So on September 24th, 1945, Henry Ford left the post of the president of Ford Motor Company, which he had been holding after the premature death of his son, Edsel. He succeeded the company presidency to his grandson, Henry Ford II. 2 years later, on April 7, 1947, the founder of the most famous American automobile company passed away at Fair Lane, his estate, at the age of 83. Hello, Christopher. Welcome back, buddy. So Henry Ford II proved to be an effective manager. He initiated a plan of post-war reorganization of the company in order to restore efficiency and financial health, which had been lost during World War II. Under the leadership of the new president, Ford Motor Company built 44 production factories, 18 assembly factories, 32 spare parts storages, 2 massive testing facilities, and 13 engineering laboratories. The American company started to equip its cars with the newest technological innovations like the sunroof and the AM/FM radio. That is awesome. Right on. And yes, you hear people always picking on Ford, like all the little nicknames, the letters of Ford mean, fix or repair daily, or, find on the road dead. But this is a company that started it all. Like, they started the first automobile assembly line. They started with the Model T and the V8 engine, and like bypassed any automobile company. And it is and will always be one of the most recognized logos of our time, which is Ford. It is.
He was a genius.
He was just a genius. And that's why I always tell everyone, whatever you put your mind to, you can make it happen. Because you're talking about, okay, if you look at him, you would think that's all his life is about. It was cars, cars, cars. He was raised with cars. But he wasn't. He was a farm boy. He stayed home with his parents and helped them run a farm. And he did this in his spare time. It was a hobby for him. And he made it something, and it became a dream. And he became worldwide with it. And like I said, it's one of the most recognized vehicles out there is the Ford. Hello, Ferric. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming back. Huh?
I thought you'd find it inspiring.
It is. I think it's very inspiring. I hope all my MFers take this, like I said, the story of Henry Ford to heart. Shout out from Guelph, sitting in front of a big fire. Oh, lucky you.
I just figured what you're trying to do, it might.
It is. I can actually put myself in that kind of position. I'm 37 right now. My dream is to be able to create peace, love, positivity all over the world. Try to help, create charities and organizations to be able to help out other people, and help out the less fortunate, to help the needy, to help the children. I worked, I was a baker for 14 years. That was a hobby. That was my career at the time. And I gave that up to go work with turkeys. And that's what I do for a living now. And, I enjoy my job and stuff, but I still have the luxury of the time to be able to sit there. Like I said, I get to do my MFers live with everybody. I get to try to reach out and make people smile and try to give people a better day. And like I said, because of MFers Live, like I said, it was originally supposed to be like a virtual reality, autobiography. You tune in, you ask me, I'll tell you about my life. But it took its own thing, and it did. It became its own thing. It's starting to get its own little mission going now. Like I said, because of MFers Live, we are looking at creating a little, we're calling it the Little MFer Foundation. Now, I don't know if it will be officially stamped in stone as the Little MF Foundation, but it will be Little MF for something. And like I said, it's all because, it's something I get to do on my spare time. And I always try to give you guys my time, even when I'm sick. As a dog, if you guys remember tuning in Sunday, I only got to be on for about like 13 minutes. I was just sick. I was fighting with technology and it wasn't working. And I was all stressed out from the whole week of the events and stuff. And, sick as a dog, missing time for work. And I was just like, and I had Kleenex all over my tail because I was just sneezing up a storm. And like I said, I think this is a really good story. If you want to ever sit down and you have someone that's going, I can't make my dreams happen, tell them the story of Henry Ford. Henry Ford is a great story to enlighten people because he was a boy that grew up on a farm. His parents had a very successful farm, and he stayed home and he helped with the farm, helped do up the chores and upkeep of all the farms and stuff. And he had himself a little room that he was able to go to and, let his mind run wild. And his dream was to make something, equipment that you wouldn't have to use animals for. And that's what happened. I don't know anymore. Anybody that's using farm equipment that uses animals, I do was the Amish. I think they're the last ones left. Using the animal powered vehicles. Most farms that I come across, they're you got these big wheeled vehicles that are going across the fields and cutting crops down and digging holes and planting new crops. Well, I'm glad you got to come in and say hi, Ferric. It's great to see you, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is always a great story to tell everyone. Like I say, if you have someone going, I can't make my dreams come true. Yes, you can. Anybody can. And like I said, I've had many dreams growing up. And I think my biggest dream was being able to help people growing up. Everybody has that dream of, owning your own business. Huh?
I fulfilled my bucket list.
Master Chef has fulfilled his bucket list. But yes, like I always say. Huh? For the most part. You still have a couple on there, right?
Probably.
Probably? All right. So, before I keep gabbing here, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a good story to go to is the Henry Ford story. Because Henry, like I said, the Ford automobiles is something that's recognized worldwide, all over. You'll always see a Ford somewhere. And it started off with a little boy who stayed home working on the farm with his mom and dad and had an idea and a vision and went with it. And like I even read in there, the first year he opened the company, it went under. It did. But he didn't give up on it. He had a vision. He stuck with it and made it happen.
Doesn't always work the first time.
It doesn't always work the first time. You might have to take several attempts at it.
I've been telling you that for months.
And that's what happens. I always take attempts at stuff. Always. It's just what I do. I just don't want to run in politics anymore. I got tired of politics. But all right, okay. So we're going to have some more here. Okay, let's see here. What do we got here? We got submarines. Ooh, all right. That's actually some more good today, too. I'm supposed to be drinking from this one. Let's go. What tea is this?
Iced Canadian wine.
Iced Canadian wine. Not much of an aroma. It's got a little bit good flavor into it.
It's like a $15 box of tea for 4 bags.
Yeah, I know, but it's just there's no aroma to it whatsoever. No, there's none. When you drink apple cinnamon and Earl Grey's, you get that aroma off there. There's nothing. But there's definitely a taste in the tea for sure. All right, so you guys ready for this? We got facts on submarines. Oh, you know what? We'll do a couple more shout outs with anybody. All right, okay, we're going to do a couple more quick shout outs here, and then we're going to talk about submarines. All right, so we have Big Sexy Kid Cole. And then we have, Kim Hunter. All right, and Kim was in here earlier. She was the first one that popped in tonight. Look at this. She got 2 shout outs already. Right now, we got Sue Lee. She gets a whoop whoop. She gets a whoop whoop. Look at that. Kim, you got yourself a whoop whoop from Master Chef himself. All right, we got Caitlin McCandles. Who else we got here? Okay, we'll do a couple more here. We got Kelly Polson. There you go, dear. Oh, yes. There's Ryan Clark. There you go, buddy. You know what? You want to hold Ryan's? Yeah, Ryan's a really cool guy. You hold Ryan's. Look, we'll do a couple more, okay? We'll grab a couple more here, and then we're going to continue doing our facts for the day. All right, there's the beautiful, wonderful Jenny Brooks. What else we got? Oh, Jason Burns. That's one half of the Deadly Duel, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. You guys are actually going to be seeing. They're big sponsors. Big sponsor. They're fans. They love MFers Live. They believe in the idea of creating the world of peace, love, and positivity, believing that, if we can work together with peace, love, and positivity, we can have the world peace and create the perfect world for everybody. And yes, they stand behind MFers Live, like 100%. And like I said, they just released an album, I think it was last Monday. And it actually has MFers Live on the back of the case. And they're going to be releasing a new mixed one very soon. And it's going to have MFers Live on the back as well. Woo-woo! All right, and here you guys go. Ori Amaji, yes, it's one of our MFers from the Philippines. And ladies and gentlemen, you may not have seen her in here lately. I'll just give you guys the heads up. She's been out there working her butt off. Yes, she's selling coffee. She's doing like a million things at once. Because you know what? She has a goal. She has a dream. And that's to go see a castle. And I hope one day maybe that we can help her to achieve that dream. Or at least be there by her side when she's able to, and actually go see a castle.
Where's she from?
She is from the Philippines.
Well, then the closest would be like London or like actually like Eastern, like India and stuff like that part of it.
Would that be the closest? But still, just to bring her to a castle of any variation. Because she didn't realize that
geography-wise, they would be the closest.
Well, yeah.
But like, because she's technically like part of Asia, so like there's lots of different ones in Asia and stuff. There's like the Golden City, but like
but the thing is just to get her to one castle. That was her dream, because she did not know, because we were actually talking about castles on one of our streams one day. I think it was actually one of our fact days about castles, and she didn't realize that castles actually existed. She thought it was something that was made up and put on TV and film. And she got so super excited, and we got her all excited to actually go see a castle. Oh, Pandemic, how you doing, brother? Shout out to the original MFer and all the MFers watching. Thanks, Pandemic. It's great to see you here, buddy. All right, you guys ready? All right, so we got our facts. Yes, Pandemic, it is our Tea Time Tuesday, buddy. Yes, we're sitting drinking some tea. Of course, got my finger up. Of course, that's what they do in England, right? And we're reading off some facts. And you know what? Donnie, you just missed a very inspirational story. I'm going to quickly just give you a little thing about it because, Pandemic just showed in here. All right, Pandemic, if you know anybody that's out there, anybody that ever sits there and they believe that they cannot make their dream come true, tell them to go read the Henry Ford story. Okay, because we just did a whole bunch of facts on Ford, the Ford company, and a lot of history was to do with Henry Ford and how he started just working at his family's farm. And he became, like I said, the most recognizable vehicles around is the Fords. But yes, okay, so before I gab off on that again, okay, we're going to do some facts on submarines. All right. So that day, 150 years ago, was the only day that H.L. Huntley was in action. The submarine sank after her successful attack, killing all 8 of the crew. Oh, wow. What date was that? I didn't even get a date on there. Oh, okay. So the Huntley was lost after she sank and was located only in 1995 and recovered in 2000. She's actually now on display in Charleston, South Carolina. Ooh. So the H.L. Huntley was first called Fish Boat, but was renamed after her inventor, Horace Lawson Huntley, after he was killed when she sank back in 1863. So the word submarine was first used in the 17th century as an adjective meaning underwater. The first submersible boat was actually built by the German doctor Magnus Pagel in 1605. So submarines have been around for a very long time. He was one of the first to write about blood transfusions. His submarine sank in mud. Wow. Then the first working submarine was actually built in 1620 by Cornelius Drebbel. It was actually propelled by oars. Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci may have drawn sketches.
Leonardo da Vinci may have actually drawn sketches to a submarine. Check that out. So the Beatles' Yellow Submarine is the only song with submarine in the title to actually reach #1 in the UK charts. Yeah. So the USS Nautilus, the first nuclear submarine, was launched back in 1954. Wow. So the first submerged circumnavigation of the world was actually completed by the USS Triton in 1960. 10 things you'll never know about submarines. That's pretty cool. All right, see what else we got here. We got time for more facts, right? Oh, yes, of course. All right. Okay, so we're going to do some facts. This is our animal facts. You guys ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Our animal facts for today is lions. Yeah, we're not talking about Snoop Lion, ladies and gentlemen. No. We're talking about lions, yes. So 2,000 years ago, over 1 million lions roamed throughout regions that covered Europe, Syria, Israel, Iraq, Pakistan, Iran, and India. In the 1940s, lions numbered 450,000. Today, there's as few as 32,000 left on Earth. So definitely a dying species. So aslan is the Turkish and Mongolian word for lion. It is also the name of the lion in the C.S. Lewis, The Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, you guys remember that book? I remember growing up reading that book. I don't know. The younger generations might know of the cartoon or the movies. But yes, I know that my generation, we grew up reading the Chronicles of Narnia. So lions are actually the second largest of the big cats after tigers. Mm-hmm. So the darker a male lion's mane is, the older he is. So just remember, the darker, the older. Female lions actually prefer to mate with males that have the longest and darkest manes. And no, I'm not growing a beard. I'm not going to be a lion. Kind of like the cleanly shaven look. It's just me. So unlike most other cats, lions are actually great swimmers. Yes. Oh, come on. And I don't mean sit there and go grab your cat, throw it in a pool to see if it can swim, because cats do hate water. But yeah, lions, put them in the pool. They swim. And a lion can actually leap as far as 36 feet. So if you guys are ever like eye to eye with a lion, please be careful. Please be careful. Yes, because you know why? Because lions can eat about 18 pounds of meat per day.
If it does pounds, you punch it peacefully in the face.
Punch it peacefully in the face and say your prayers. Yeah, so 18 pounds of meat per day. That's about, that'd be equivalent to a human eating about 70 hamburgers. Yeah, try it out. You know, I'm the fat guy here, and I don't even think I could eat 70 burgers. And you know, I can go polish off a bag of burgers from Fast Eddie's, and you get the bag of burgers are like 10 burgers. But yeah, there's no way I can eat that many hamburgers. Wow. So I'm glad I'm not. It's definitely not a lion, right? Because like, look, I don't got the mane. I can't eat that much. Though I'm a big fat guy, but all right. So let's see. We got time. We got time, right? You know, we have a minute left. I'm going to go into overtime for you, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to get this fact out. This is the last fact the Master Chef sent me, and this is for all our Comic-Con fans out there, all right? And it is. Where'd he go? Oh, it's here. Johnny Cage, right? Luke Cage. Sorry, my apologies. Whoa. Yes, our Comic-Con facts for the day are Luke Cage. Yes. You can thank Blaxplosion Movies for his creation. Yeah. So in the early 1970s, Marvel saw that pop culture was changing as more ethnic diversity found its way into TV and film. So to make sure it didn't fall behind, the publisher made an effort to introduce more African American superheroes into its books. And for inspiration, the company had to look no further than the film movement that defined the early parts of the decade. Blaxploitation, over-the-top anti-establishment films like Shaft and Sweetback's Bad Ass Song featured black characters in urban settings that audiences could actually recognize. So the unique tone and glorious violent flair of these movies attracted audiences of all races. So it was only a matter of time before the comic book industry got its own black hero to root for. So to capitalize on this movement, writer Archie Goodwin and artist John Romita Sr. and George Tuska created Luke Cage, who made his debut in his very own series, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, #1, in 1972. The book was also Marvel's first solo title starring an African-American hero. The Black Panther's creation preceded Cage's, but he didn't receive a solo book until he starred in Jungle Action in 1973 and his own self-titled book in 1977. So set in Harlem, Cage uses his superhuman strength and bulletproof skin, which he gained in an experiment, to protect the people of his old neighborhood as long as they could afford his services. He was a hero for hire, after all. So over the decades, Cage shed his 70s blaxploitation shtick and transformed into a full-fledged part of the Marvel Universe, eventually becoming an Avenger and a TV star. He was actually paired up with Iron Fist because they were both unpopular. So today, Luke Cage and Iron Fist may be one of the most popular duos in. Hey, Roland, how you doing, brother? It's great to see you, bud. So yes, Luke Cage and Iron Fist may be one of the most popular duos in comics. But the only reason these two characters were ever paired up to begin with was because, well, no one really bought their books. So Iron Fist's solo comic book title was canceled in 1977 due to low sales. But Marvel didn't want to give up on the character so easily. So that same year, Fist was teamed with Cage, whose own comic wasn't exactly a cash cow for the publisher. So together, the duo saw a renaissance as Cage's solo comic book title was renamed Power Man, and Iron Fist started with issue number 50, and sales went up. So separately, Fist and Cage weren't moneymakers for the House of Ideas, but together, their team-up book lasted nearly another decade, ending with issue number 125 in 1986. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. That one. Oh, I think that would. I think that might be it for our facts. Maybe. Oh, wait. So he put the Cage in Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage is a notorious comic book junkie. He has owned some of the most expensive issues in the world. He's a regular sight at comic conventions, and he even played a superhero in the Ghost Rider movies. So comic books are also his namesake. Nicolas Cage was born Nicholas Coppola, part of the famous Coppola film family that includes director Francis Ford Coppola. To avoid the murkiness of nepotism in Hollywood, though, he decided to change his name to Nicolas Cage, getting his inspiration from Marvel's Luke Cage, which was one of his favorite comic characters. That's awesome. So his signature catchphrase was a questionable attempt at authenticity. So Luke Cage's creator, Archie Goodwin, wanted the African-American roots and street slang of the character to feel authentic, especially in the wake of the successful film movie like Shaft. So while the movie comics don't use the type of real-world profanity used in blaxploitation films, so Goodwin had to be creative while still retaining that authentic feel of the streets. So his solution became Cage's oft-mocked catchphrase, "Sweet Christmas." Yes, that's his catchphrase. So as the Cage character evolved, the catchphrase was dropped, especially as he was put into more serious books that didn't rely on his exploitive 70s roots. Though that won't stop Luke Cage star Mike Coulter from saying it a few times in the new show. Yes, you guys can check out Luke Cage on Netflix. So Quentin Tarantino wanted to make a Luke Cage movie in the 1990s. So Quentin Tarantino isn't the type of director to adapt someone else's story too often, but he's almost made an exception in the 1990s when he entertained the thought of bringing Luke Cage to the big screen. Cage is apparently a favorite of Tarantino's from his childhood, and after the 1992's Reservoir Dogs, the director briefly thought about going to Marvel with his idea for the character, but during an interview with Nerdist, Tarantino said it was actually his comic book fan friends that turned him off of the idea. So in the case of Luke Cage, it was my comic geek friends that almost talked me out of it, because I thought Larry Fishburne back in the day would have been a great Luke Cage, and they were talking about Wesley Snipes, and I could see them both, but it was like, I think Fish would be better, and they go, yeah, he could work out and everything, but he doesn't have the bod that Wesley Snipes has. And Luke Cage needs to have the bod because it's what he's recognized for, right? He's bulletproof skin and stuff, right? And I literally was so turned off that would be their both starting and ending point, that it literally put it in my head that if I do comic book movie, it should be an original character. It should be something I create, that rather than try to fit in. So the idea of the Tarantino-directed Luke Cage film is intriguing. Film fans can't argue with the project that he actually decided to go with next. And that was in 1994's Pulp Fiction. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I said I was going in overtime. Sorry about that. I wanted to read the last fact off, because come on, it's Comic-Con fact. It was Luke Cage, okay? And I know I talked to everybody's ear off. I would have had time to do it with lots of time to spare, but I had to keep gabbing about the story of Henry Ford. Hello, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, yes, I'm still talking about Henry Ford. Like I said, thank you very much, Master Chef, for pointing out the facts on Henry Ford, and that you're right. It is a good inspirational story to actually look at. That is, whatever you can think of, you can make happen, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you just got to stay focused on there, keep positive, and you can make anything happen.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has gotten to be that time. All right, to the one out there. Juggalos, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gotten to be that time. Thank you all for tuning in. To the one out there, I know that you do watch. You may not comment, you may not react. It's all right, not a problem. Okay, I don't get upset. I just love that you guys tune in and listen to me gab, right? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, to the one out there, I know that you do watch. You may not comment, you know, react, but always remember, showtime, okay? I don't want all my MFers to know I love each and every last single one of these, all right? Because without you, MFers Live wouldn't be where it is today. And like I said, some of the really great, cool things that are happening in this year alone for us. Like I said, we are working on getting a better, studio and screen set up for everybody. Like I said, everything's always in the works. I'm trying to always improve. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, come on, tune in tomorrow. It is our Positive News Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So remember, same MF for time, same MF for channel. All right, guys, come on. You guys gotta get me some selfies, okay? Go get me the peace, love, positivity, hand gesture selfies. All right, get them in there. Come on. And, like I said, you can get them in there with your phone like this. You got a couple people get them like this. Get a group of people do it and take a snapshot. Not a problem. Like I said, it's all about the peace, the love, and the positivity, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so, yes, I will see you all tomorrow night. All right, keep spreading that peace, love, and positivity. And, yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, before I go, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, those two words that mean the world, okay? If you're watching me live right now or you're watching me on a replay, if you can hear me or you can actually see me, I'm talking to you. And I don't mean you're sitting there in a group of friends going, oh, he's not talking to me, he's talking to him. No, I'm talking to you, talking to all of you, especially you, okay? I need you to know something that's very important. Always remember that, yes, you matter, okay? Because, yes, you're going to have those days where you don't believe that you matter, but you know what? You do, okay? And you do matter, okay? Your life is the world, okay? And without each and every last single one of you, MFers Live wouldn't be here today whatsoever. So always remember that, yes, you do matter. All right. And if you guys ever need, like I said, you guys ever need help, there's always an MFer out there reaching out. You guys just got to reach out and grab hold, okay? And I'll see you guys all tomorrow night, all right? So remember, keep spreading the peace, love, and positivity wherever you guys go, and I'll see you all tomorrow night, all right?